Zoe, why are there so few stories about women in mainstream films, in your opinion?
Because women are the ultimate powerful people and men want to keep them down? I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe it has to do with, I think in the world, women are, I mean, it's, okay, let me start that over. I think the world is changing a lot, and I think women are gaining more and more power in the world. And I think even from the 50s, even from, you know, 50 years ago, I mean, it's a completely different world. We, as women, we work, we run the home, we're like, you know, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, you know, and never let you forget you're a man. But no, really, I mean, it's women are very powerful. We're doing things, we're putting ourselves in power positions. You can go have a baby by yourself if you want to. Men, I mean, it's a very different world, and maybe we're just trying to figure out what that world is and get out of the man-powered base and make it more equal. But, you know, I think people are kind of discovering what their roles in life are right now. And I think there are more and more movies about women. I think there's more of a consciousness that there aren't a lot of movies about that, or that the women are put in these kind of side roles. And I think people are getting mad about it because that's not really how the world is now. Women aren't getting put in these side roles as much. We are equals or becoming equals, and it seems unfair. So I think the world, you know, I think it happens all the time. We recalibrate and we figure it out, and then, you know, maybe it's a hard time to make independent films or whatever, but there'll be, you know, a group of them that go for it and get out there, and it'll be these transformative films that make it so that there's a new way of being able to make films and a new way to talk about stuff. And, you know, it's just a constant evolution. So I think the more we can support that, I'm sure in 20 years from now, this will be an obsolete conversation, you know?
Mm-hmm. So what have been the typical films about women if they're the main stars in the film? I mean, you know,
I mean, it's only into the 90s into now that there's really not that women-centric film. I mean, you had all these Shirley MacLaines and Meryl Streep and everybody in these, Anne Bancroft and Jenna Rollins, and you have these amazing women doing amazing parts all the time. And maybe they were half the man and thing, but they weren't ever the, you know, even, you know, you think like it's not even His Girl Friday or something. It's like, even though that's a really powerful role, from the 20s to the 30s to 40s, 50s got a little weird, 60s were back, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then in the 90s, it just turned into something else. And so I think we just have to get out of that, you know, rhythm and get back into a new rhythm.
So you'd like to see female characters that are a whole person, not just a quirky, you know, Thelma and Louise, let's go on this sort of, you know, even though wonderful film.
Like, I enjoyed that. But yeah, no, it just, yes, I'd like to see all characters more well-rounded, not just women, all characters. I would like to see, you know, what makes someone tick in a movie, what the motivation is. And, you know, I think everybody needs to pay a little bit more attention to the scripts.